The class is the Indian National Congress moderate phase. Our freedom movement, that is our national movement, classified into three phases: moderate phase, extreme phase, then after Gandhian phase. So here it is the first phase from 1885 to 1905. In this period, one common political association, in other words, we can call it a political party, that was established. In the moderate phase, the main political association which was set up is Indian National Congress. It is a Congress party founded in 1885. For the first time in India, they wanted to bring unity among all the provincial regions to unite intellectuals. Intellectuals in the sense leaders who are highly educated, and the leaders who had aware of British rule and policies. So throughout India, in all the provincial regions, there were nationalistic intellectuals. What is mean by nationalistic intellectuals? It is the leaders who wanted to see India as a nation. So it is very important. So in different parts of India, there are different intellectuals speaking, following diversified languages and culture. So it is the first thing to bring unity in all these leaders instead. So here we see that their Indian National Congress have started forming in 1885 in the month of December. It is the formation, okay, December 1885. In this month 1885, Indian National Congress was set up, and this was presided by the Umesh Chandra Banerjee. He was the president of first Indian National Congress meeting, and this meeting was attended by 72 representatives, that what we call delegates, belonging to different parts of India. Very important leaders in this meeting attended were belonging to Mumbai. Those the early leaders, we call them, were Dadabhai Nehruji, Feroz Shah Mehta, Badruddin Tyabji, W.C. Banerjee, Umesh Chandra Banerjee, Surendranath Banerjee, Ramesh Chandra Dutt, G. Subramaniam Iyer. These all were the important early leaders, were from Bombay and Madras and Calcutta. That means important delegates who attended the first Indian National Congress meeting in December 1885. It is a formation meeting by the all these leaders. Okay. So here This is the organization founded by the a retired British official, that is A.O. Hume. A.O. Hume was a British officer. He retired from the office and he played an important role in establishing the Congress Party, a British officer. So here we may get a doubt that why did a British officer helped Indians for establishing a political party which is against the British rule? That question or doubt we may get here. So at that time, already in 1857, a major revolt occurred. Sipai Mutiny we call, uh, or 1857 revolt, which is also given the name Congress Party, was established with the support of A.O. Hume, who was a retired British officer. A.O. Hume, Alain Octave Hume. So why did this retired British officer help us? So in 1857, a revolt occurred in India against the British. That is called here 1857 revolt or Sipai Mutiny, and the historians of Indians called it the first war of independence. So that's a revolt occurred in India against the British rule. So there may be chance of several revolts like to 1857 revolt against the British rule. So to suppress the revolts and to avoid violence and a threat of revolt on British officer wanted that there should be one way through which Indians can express the problems. So he suggested for the Indian leaders to establish a political party through which they can request, demand, and through that organization they could move without creating violence and waging attacks on British officials. That was the opinion of A.O. Hume. A.O. Hume preferred the Indian leaders to establish a political party through which Indians can express their issues, their grievances, so that there won't be revolts, there won't be attacks on British officials. Okay, so their British officers would get protection to their life, and this Congress party, which is established, would act as a safety wall that it avoids further revolts. So A.O. Hume helped the Indian leaders for establishing the Congress party. They treated it would work like a safety wall. Which one? Indian National Congress. But later, what happened? This Indian National Congress have started building national consciousness among the diversified people of India. So let us see that how it worked out. So the leaders of the Congress party, in front of them, their main task was to build nationalistic consciousness. Indian people are belonging to the diversified culture and languages. So it is very essential to bring unity in all these diversified people. What kind of unity? That we all are Indians. This is the unity, what we call a nationalistic consciousness. So the foremost task, it means the important task before the Congress was to build nationalistic consciousness among the diversified people of India. This is the main task of Congress, Indian National Congress, that is building nationalistic consciousness. And another one is that unity among these diversified people could be built by what to call bringing all the people to a common platform. That means this unity could be built only by accommodating, means giving the special requirements of different regions and religious communities of India. Every community, every region in India have different requirements. So all these requirements of different regions to be accommodated, then they will come forward to work in collective method. So unity should come first among diversified people. Understand? So to bring unity in a diversified people of India, it is very essential to conduct Congress sessions, that is meetings in different parts of the country at every year. So Congress planned in organizing the meetings and what to call sessions in different parts of the country. It did not stick to one place, that is in Mumbai. In Mumbai, Calcutta, Madras, Andhra Pradesh, in different regions, every year Congress have gone for holding meetings. And in all those meetings, it did not pass a resolution which is objected to any one religious group. See, when meeting is going to conducted in different regions, there we find different people, right? So if a resolution is taken on the side of one religion people or one region people, it may become problem to the other religion and region people. So Congress have decided that they should not pass any declaration or resolution which is objected or problem to any one religious group. Congress felt that all region and religious people should be satisfied by the resolution which is passed by the Congress. So Congress sticked, okay, it kept a name that there should not be passing a resolution which is objected to any one religious group. This is the second thing. First is building national consciousness among the diversified people. Second is bringing unity among the diversified people. Third is not passing any resolution objected to any one religious group. Okay, so in this way the Congress have gone for conducting meetings. Look at this figure 11.11a. This is the first Congress meeting held at Mumbai in 1885 December. There 72 delegates attended this meeting. You could find all these are the intellectuals from different parts of India who attended this first meeting held by the Congress, Indian National Congress. And the second major aim of the Indian National Congress that to create a common political platform. Before to the establishment of Congress party, there several political associations were established. We have discussed. One is East Indian Association by Dadabhai Naoroji. That is at one place, Mumbai. Then at Calcutta, one more early association. In Madras, one more early association. So different early political associations were set up in different parts of India before to the formation of Indian National Congress. And a major objective of the Congress is that to create a common political platform. That means there should be one political party for all the intellectuals and political workers who are working in different parts of the country. They should come, gather, and conduct their political activities, educating the people on British rule and how British policies are exploiting the Indians. For all these activities, there should be one common organization and it become Indian National Congress. This is the second aim by the Congress party to create a common political platform. Why should they want a common political platform? If they had one common political platform, it would create a sense of unity among diversified people. So, a common political platform was created for all the political leaders who are from different parts of the country. Understand? And this was accomplished by taking up those grievances and fighting for those rights which Indians had common in relation to the rulers. We too have the same rights what are they to the rulers, right? In Britishers are enjoying the what democratic rights, whereas in its colony, that is in India, there the rights of the people were deprived. There were no democratic rights. So here we see that they wanted that to bring up grievances, that means the problems of the Indian people against British rule. So how the problems are there to Indian people by the British rule. So here these intellectuals studied the problems of the people problems. It means the problems of Indians in different parts of the nation and wrote the problems in the journals and sent to the government. They appealed requested the government to look into the problems of the Indians, and also they wanted to educate the people, Indian people, about the political rights. Right to vote was not there to Indians under British colonial rule. So we suffered a lot. There was undemocratic rule by a democratic nation in India. Britain also a democratic nation, but it ruled in undemocratic way. So Indian intellectuals wanted to bring political rights. They wanted to educate Indian people about their political rights. So second is creating a common political platform. First one is building unity. Okay. Second one is building creating a common political platform for organizing their political activities. And third major objective of the Congress is to promote democratic ideals that could function in India. What are democratic ideals? Equality, fraternity, freedom, liberty, and justice, which were there to the British people, not given to the Indian people. So, third major objective was promoting the democratic ideals, and it should work in India. Understand? So, for all these things, Indian National Congress formed there democratically. Democratically, in the sense, Indian National Congress was established on the principle of democracy, where will be freedom and equal treatment to all the members. So this Congress party discussing all the issues in India and tried to create national consciousness among the people. Whenever it conducted a meeting, in certain meetings, it had passed resolution using the voting also. Voting is a right to all the members that shows liberty, freedom, equality, right? So, Congress is set up and worked on the principle of democracy. So, at this early stage, 1885 to 1905, their Indian National Congress have decided that it should not touch the issues relating to the social reforms. What is meant by social reforms? Social reforms are those reforms which are used and brought to develop the society by removing what to call social evils practiced in India. That is Sati Sagamana, superstitious things, uh, then what to call blind faiths. All these were practiced in India. What happens if they go for social reforms? It may bring problem to the unity of India. On the basis of social reforms, India would may divide. India would divide into different sections. So the Congress decided that they should not take up the issues relating to the social reforms at that time. It's very essential to build unity among the diversified people. Understand? So reforms was to be carried out through different forums. What do you mean by different forums? For Hindus, there was a forum. that will carry the reforms in a Hindu society. So for a different communities, there were different forums. Through that forums, they decided to carry the reforms, but not by the political parties. Indian National Congress Party stood for bringing unity on national consciousness. So it kept aside the religious matter and regional, what you call, community matters. So first meeting after one more meeting was conducted in 1886. There 436 delegates, 436 representatives were elected to the Congress by different local organizations. In different regions, they had different local associations, and from these local organizations, 436 representatives were elected to the Congress. It shows the popularity of the Congress. Within 1 year of establishment, Congress party have got its strength to 436 representatives. Then after, Indian National Congress have conducted its sessions, meetings every year in the month of December in different parts of the country. With this series of meetings organized in different parts of the country, the number of delegates in the Congress increased to the thousands. Thousands of delegates joined the Congress. The Congress consisted of lawyers, journalists, traders, industrialists, teachers, and landlords. These were the delegates. In all the delegates, we find most of the delegates belonging to these communities, that is, journalists, lawyers, traders, industrialists, teachers, and landlords. And we find here very few women participated in the Congress. The first woman graduate who became the member of Congress party was Kadambari Ganguly. She was the first woman graduate belonging to Calcutta. And most men in Congress were belonging to higher social background. That means higher social background means they are rich, they belong to rich communities. Understand? So this was the first 20 years of a period from 1885 to 1905. There the Congress party was set up, and it tried to build national consciousness, to bring unity, conducted different sessions in different parts of the nation. So during these first 20 years, Congress was led by the leaders who were called here moderate leaders. Why did it is called moderate leaders? They were very moderate. They were very peaceful. They wanted that not to create any violence on the British. Understand? So they followed some peaceful methods.